I've been wanting to review this shoe for a while now, but I've worn it so much that it just got gross and dirty and just never did. But I got a new pair. It might be the best colorway of the whole bunch. So today we're checking out the Brooklyn Circus PUMA Deviate Nitro 3. Let's get into it. What's going on, everybody? It's Mike from the Sneaker History Podcast, and we are back with another video. Guys, thank you so much for joining. I really do appreciate you guys for being here, especially because I recorded this video already. 3/4 in, the camera battery died, and I completely had to start over. So thank you for making the time well worth it to go back and, well, check it out. So thank you. But today, like you saw in the intro, we're checking out my favorite runner, my favorite performance runner, I should say. And that's going to be the PUMA Deviate Nitro 3. But this one is a little bit special because this is a collaboration with Brooklyn Circus, and this is going to be more of a casual version of the sneaker. But we're going to get into it. And guys, first off, like I said, just so you know, I'm just not making this up. Yeah, this one is the Deviate Nitro 3 I run in still, and it's just beating. There's another pair around here somewhere as well, but this is my go-to runner. The first Deviate Nitro I actually ran my first half marathon in. Ever since then, I love the line. I love what Puma's doing to runners, and I just feel like there's so many different runners out there that I think you guys should know about it. But let's get into this one, and we're gonna talk about everything, and well, you guys make your decision at the end, what you like and what you don't like about it. But first things first, you'll notice that with the Deviate Nitro 3, it is going to be a nice soft mesh up top. Their mesh has evolved over time with these models, and the third version here has the best so far with this really sock-like feeling mesh. It does have the breathability right up top, so you're not gonna get too much of hot and sweaty feet. I mean, it's gonna happen if you're running, but we wanna go ahead and increase that breathability as much as possible. And of course, with those vents, it makes the shoe lighter as well by taking off some of the fabric. You'll notice the PUMA branding right there, right up top. I like that placement. It almost reminds me just kind of like the mini swooshes with another particular brand, but I love that kind of logo on the toe box when it comes to sneakers. It just gives you it's kind of an extra pop. I love that. Now, as we move up the sneaker, you're gonna have your eyelets, and with these, just like the other Deviate Nitros we've seen before, it's done up in that mesh with a fused coating to make sure that the laces aren't being pulled out where you're tightening them. But as we look at this sneaker, like I said, this is more of a casual version of the shoe because of some of the different pieces they put on. First thing we're gonna see is gonna be the laces. So these aren't a athletic lace or performance lace. This is more of like kind of flat braided lace, but I love the look on it because it gives us just a different feel to it. Again, let you know that it is still performance, but we put in these kind of higher end pieces or higher end accessories just to make it look good on the street, because as you guys have probably seen, performance runners are definitely making a comeback on the fashion side of things. You're seeing people wear them more and more, not just for running, but for, again, fashion as well. But if you do want to run in these, what you can do, you can replace them with the pinkish salmon colored athletic lace, or I don't know why I keep saying athletic lace, performance lace here. Now, when it comes to the eyelet setup, you're going to have right here in the midfoot a little bit of a rope that's set up to make sure you're getting that locked down on the midfoot. So when you tighten it up, pulls right across to make sure you have that lock down. And of course, you're gonna have a little bit thicker fuse up top as well to make sure that you're not pulling through, because this is probably the tightest place you're going to pull the laces here. Under that, you're going to have a mesh tongue that's really light. It does have cushioning to make sure it's not uncomfortable on your foot, but it's going to be done up in this really dark maroon, almost brown color. It gives you a nice accent with the shoe, with the Brooklyn Circus branding up top, the PUMA, and of course the Deviate Nitro 3 branding as well, all done up in kind of this cream color, which just goes all together like very well. Now, as you notice, as we're going across the shoe, like the eyelet area has kind of this pink color. We got the gradient moving across from cream to pink and kind of this kind of lightish maroon color. It looks good. It looks fantastic. I love the color choices here, and what really sets it off is going to be the PUMA form stripe that's going to be done up in black. Gives you that depth that we always love in our sneakers. It's done up in kind of this raised plastic, but if you look closer, it's a form stripe made up of mini form stripes throughout. Look at that. That's really cool. And you're gonna have, of course, the black with the pink maroon cream accent going across as we get to our fade there. Now, on the lateral side, you're gonna get more open mesh here, very open. You guys can see, I don't know if you can even see through there with my, yeah, look, you can see my hand through there. So that way you're getting that breathability. But if you flip it to the medial side, it's gonna be a little bit tighter knit mesh to make sure, again, you're getting it locked down on your arch area. But you're gonna have the B PUMA, which is gonna be the co-branding for Brooklyn Circus and PUMA. You're gonna get the little elephant branding we're seeing there as well. And right across, you're gonna have the power tape that's gonna be, again, providing more stability for that movement in a shoe. Inside, you're gonna have a typical foam insole, nothing really to write home about, but we're gonna talk about cushioning in just a second. It's gonna have the same fade we see in the upper that's gonna have, again, a PUMA and Brooklyn Circus co-branding. Get that right back in there for us. And of course, you're gonna have your heel cup a little bit locked down here. I like the minimalist heel cup they put there, just a little piece just to make sure you're getting that heel locked in there. Gonna have a little bit of a fin, just, you know, reminds me like a little shark almost right there. As we get down to our cushioning, it's going to be the Nitro cushioning. Nitro cushioning has been throughout the entire Deviate line. It's going to be a nitrogen infused foam, and it is bouncy, it is responsive, it is comfortable right out the box. Probably one of my favorite foams out there right now. And you'll see it is going to be a gradient from kind of a cream color actually to a darker brown here, which is again a nice contrast to more of the lighter pinkish creams that we have up top here. Now if you flip it upside down to that outsole area, you can of course have your grip, your traction pattern with the PUMA grip. Now what's cool about this, of course, when you're running, you don't want to have all the weight of a huge rubber outsole, so we're going to make sure to put it in key areas. So you're going to have the forefoot, of course, and a little bit on the heel as well. So it won't be as much here because you're not doing so much heel striking in a running shoe, but most of that is going to be, all your weight's going to be mostly on the forefoot and front of your foot area. In the middle, you're going to have the power plate poking out here is going to be a carbon plate that's going to provide stability and of course energy return, so as you're running, get that bounce back when it comes to the shoe, of course. Now with the sneaker itself, it is going to be, again, one of my favorite performers out there, my favorite runner, and it looks good casually as well. Again, I know performance runners are making a comeback in the fashion side of things, so with this collaboration with Brooklyn Circus, I think they hit it right on the head. Now when it comes to fit, I truly say try these on because running shoes are just so different for everybody. I will say if you don't have the ability to try them on, go true to size because the mesh is soft enough to expand for that wider foot. But again, if you do have the ability to try them on, do so because you want to make sure you're comfortable, especially if you're using it for running purposes. But all in all, again, this is one of my favorite pickups of 2025 so far. And I got to shout out to homie Rick, who was a part of the design process on this and sending this pair over to me. So thank you, bud. I really do thank you for that. I really do appreciate it because as soon as I saw this, I had to have a pair, and the homie hooked it up for me. So thanks, Rick. Man, this shoe, you did a heck of a job on this one. Again, one of my favorites of the year so far. But you guys let me know. How do you feel about the PUMA Deviate Nitro 3? Maybe specifically this Brooklyn Circus colorway. Do you like it? Do you not like it? Let me know down below. Until next time, guys. See ya.